The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
Hi Rogers, can I ask you something?
Shoot.
What does corruption mean?
Well, summarily, corruption is abuse of public power for personal gain or for the benefit of a group to which one owes allegiance. For example, when a public office is abused by an official accepting or soliciting a bribe. By the way, private people can be corrupt too, like bribing police officers to escape fines.
Okay. So exactly how does that concern me?
Well, do you pay taxes?
I guess, yeah. What does that have to do with this?
Everything. Because those taxes you pay are supposed to facilitate services you use, like water, electricity, roads construction, medicines in hospitals, name it.
Okay, that is much bigger than I thought. But it can be stopped, right?
Well, yes it can, although it may not be as easy as it sounds. And here is the reason why. Corruption roots are grounded in our country's social, political, economic, bureaucratic traditions and policies.
So, what has kept it going this long? I mean, why don't we stop it?
Well, the main reason why it has been here for so long is because institutions are weak, either as a result of poorly defined ethical standards of public service, weak administrative and financial systems, or ineffective watchdog agencies.
What can we do to stop it?
At a national level, we must focus on strengthening the independence and effectiveness of public institutions that fight corruption. At a personal level, we must commit to never giving a bribe.
I promise I'll never give a bribe.
Well, that's a great decision you have made. Me and you now have to spread this message to all our friends. If we all do our part, corruption will be no more.
This message is brought to you by Alternative Digital. The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. This is The Mighty Drive, and I am Princess Luwede Lillian. We're going to be delving into a sensible and crucial topic today's morning. Thank you so much for joining us. For those of you that are joining us on Facebook, thank you so much. And for those of you that are joining us on our YouTube channel, which is The Alternative Digital, thank you so much for joining in this morning. Nsonga no zitandikidde mu luzungu, but anyway, mbandiza nnyo amachago olunaku olwaleero. Program The Mighty Drive tubeerawo okuva ku Monday okutuuka olwokutaano ssaawa ziba bbiri ez'okumakya okutuuka ku ssaawa 4 ez'akalasamayanzi. Twogera nsonga ezikwata ku munnayuganda asemberayo ddala, ensonga z'ebyobufuzi, embeera z'abantu byonna tubyogerako ku programu eno eya Mighty Drive. Era nga olunaku olwaleero negatiddwako omukyalo. Manyi bwe mbeera n'omukyala mu studio amaanyi mbana mangi nnyo olw'ensonga nti ensonga bwe ziba nga zisoosowaziddwa abakyala kitegeeza nti eggwanga lyaffe liri mu kkula. Naye omukyala gwe nina mu studios yesimbyewo okuba nti ate akiikirira abantu ba Kampala Central mu kibuga Kampala era mu lukiiko lw'eggwanga olukulu. Njogera ku palamenti. Omukyala ono nnyali saagala ntukole mu nsobi naye bwe mba ndigezezzaako ndyogera ye Natuhwera Phionah Destiny. Anegaseko amachago olunaku olwaleero tugenda kuba twogera nsonga zikwatagana ku kibuga Kampala, especially Kampala Central. Ekyewuunyisa mu byonna talina kibiina kya byabufuzi kyajjiddeko azenga independent. Agenda kuba tubuulira lwaki yasazeewo kujjanga independent. Abamu bagamba nti politics is expensive, especially bw'obanga tolina political party ekubackinze up. As a woman, bino byonna byonna abitunuulidde atya. But also would love to hear olugendo olw'ebyobufuzi, how did she start? Era inspiration ene ey'okujja okulembera abantu ba Kampala Central evaawa? What really drives her? Ebyo nno bye tugenda okuba nga twongerako today's morning. Just drop in your comments, nja kuba nga nzisoma nga show yaffe bwegenda mu maaso. So eno Mighty Drive ku Facebook otekamu buteesa Alternative Digital, then YouTube notekamu Alternative Digital, and you'll be part of the discussion today's morning. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Madam Lillian.
Thank you so much for joining us this
morning. It's an absolute pleasure.
Say hello to our viewers.
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure being with you this morning.
Okay.
My name is Natuhwera Phionah Destiny, an engineer. And an aspiring member of Parliament, Kampala Central. Central. Independent candidate. Kampala Central, because Kampala is home.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Kampala is home, and when you have your home, you want your home to be the best. Yeah, so I need my home to be the best because it's my home.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's delve into knowing who you are.
Yeah.
Natuhwera Phionah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Briefly, I think I don't have so much really about me, but I'm an engineer by profession. I did computer engineering.
Okay.
I'm really so passionate about science, mainly because I did biology, chemistry, and math at the time. So I always tell people that I'm passionate about chemistry because I like making stuff. You know, like in terms. So when I said about entrepreneurship and I'm an entrepreneur, so there's some things that I like to make because I love chemistry. So like I've ventured into, for example, making like space stuff because I feel the need to just put it into practice because it's something I'm passionate about. But other than that, I do quite a lot of stuff as a businesswoman, from trading to real estate associate, in terms of development, housing, and then project management. Yeah, and then importantly interior design. Yeah.
You're doing a lot of things. No nyane wentandikira watufu. Naye wendagala otandikira wali wogambide nti you love chemistry.
Yeah.
Ate abamu ku ffe twali tetumwagala.
Yeah.
Okuva mu ssomero, chemistry is not my favorite subject.
Yeah.
Of course I loved biology.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, saasobola kola sciences. But how do you choose the path of doing engineering? Amanyi bintu byabawala mbikubuuza because ebyo bintu byaffe.
Yeah.
Ebyaffe biri walala nnyo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ndi muntu ayagala nnyo creating impact to being practical. And of course also we're going back into your education system, like how it works, of course. Somehow it shapes us. And then of course depending our performance,
Yes.
sometimes. So me, I was so good, like from when I was in senior one, I was so good in chemistry. Like it was my favorite. Like
Yes,
I fell in love.
Easy.
Like I fell in love with,
Yes.
when you see things, actually the good thing was, like you'd live something, you see it happen. So like I love to see things happen. And so to me, it was like you're participating in something and you're seeing a result in one way or the other. And then you would see like one point leads to the other. So to me, it was really something like fun and exciting.
So mwakolanga chemical equations ezo nga teziba zibuwalira.
Yes, like to be honest, like there's some equations that I would do, and then even the child would ask me, how did you even come to that? But then it was really passion. So I always tell people that if I wanted to go to school at whatever age, I would just choose to do only chemistry. Only chemistry, not anything else. Yeah. And most interesting, by the way, like in my A level, I was the only girl doing chemistry in a class of like, I think we're like around 60 something boys. So I was the only girl doing chemistry. Yeah.
No, not
really. Actually, I was so simple that some people actually thought that I wasn't doing sciences. Yes, like I would text things. And you see, like also like nga toyena team because you can like boys. They would go to the dormitories. Now okay, let's go back and revise. And then for you now, you're in the dormitory, and then everyone else you're having is not doing chemistry. They're like, okay, let me just read my thing, and take that. So it was really slow. Like you really wouldn't think unless ng'omuntu akugambye. Yeah.
Phionah akola sciences.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. So during that time, waliko before Bukulembeze?
At the time, mainly I was into religious laws, mainly. Scripture union,
okay.
yeah, leading people, and you know, an advisor. So I used to love more advising the students.
Usually, abana bakola sciences, you don't like crossing over to anything to do with politics. The mwagala politics, that's the reason as to why you are going dean.
No, not really. Not really. My mom was very religious, so I come from a very religious background.
Okay.
Staunch Christian and super committed. So I think that's why. So chavao, of course, sola mama byakola, and of course abana basinga tugendera ku mama. Ngola biradala ibira ku church all the time. Like she has a profession, she was a teacher, but like ebisele bisinga agala kubera mu church no gamba. Okay, so it became passion, and then also actually religion was religious education was my favorite subject at the time as well. I remember like in our senior 4, twakola paper, and it was the most complicated at the time. But twamala paper ne batugamba, actually but twamala paper, even the teachers called us, ne bagamba there is a likelihood nti muyinza okukomawo ne muddamu paper kubanga abawadde paper nga si yammwe.
Oh.
Naye nagenda ofuluma ate nga amanyi nga religious education ate nga nina mudiwa nga like I'm the one who was not really bothered. I was not at all. So it was really like it was in me, like I was doing it like freely, like nga sino cheteka konyo nti chichivira dala mutwe because twaberanga mu somero nga for example banga tebayina agenda kupreachinga era nga ndina dormitory.
Okay.
Now they come and look for me agamba banange tuina abagenyi, the preacher was supposed to come as late, can you please step in and preach? And to me like it would just fall in, okay, let's have the Bible, let's look and any verse please open, read, and I preach, and that would be so it was like really easy and flowing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Ebyo byonna biva mu ssomero. Osalawo dino gantoke kati ngenda kubeera engineer. Oba kyava buto?
Not really. Not really. I had wanted to be in the medical field. That's why I told you I did biology, chemistry, and math. When I finished A-level, but then at some point some things happened. So which I don't want to discuss more in detail because it was, it will make me emotional, so I don't want to go that side. Yeah, so then I had to do computer engineering because it was what was readily available because I got it on a scholarship. So because anything medical, I was supposed to pay for myself. And then the tuition was so high. Yes. So what happened was I got, you know, you can actually do telecom. So they gave me telecom because the university they gave me was, so they had only major 2 courses which were taking in like science. And because I had like, you know, done physics so well and, you know, had math and stuff, and, you know, so they said, okay, so please, you know, the only courses I would choose was telecommunication and computer engineering. And then I look into telecom, I'm like, oh, okay. No, I'm better off with computer engineering. Okay. Yeah, because, you know, at least I tried to research and do whatever. And then we met, so the time we had so many Korean teachers, that's the advantage we had, lecturers. So yeah, so we got a chance to talk to them, and, you know, they're guiding us and saying, please, this is okay, much better. I'm like, okay. So I'm better off with computer engineering. So that's how I find myself doing computer engineering for my 4 years. And yeah, and I did so well. I had my first class degree in computer engineering. Yeah. And here you are. And here I am. Transitioning from the profession now to politics. Yes. How does that come about? I was a guild speaker at school, at the university. And then Botoka ku university. I was really naenga si chamanyi like Bukulembeze w'essomero, like it's to me like it was not chamanyi nyo like anyway olaba okay nangamba bwe nabera mu leadership za really kubera class monitor or class monitor. I know yeah I know. So I was, by the way, I was a class monitor in senior 1 I think until senior 3, and then a class coordinator, not until they removed me because I mean my class chair yagamba nagamba no okusinzira kyo byokola, because I'm sorry but I was always the first in class from my senior 1 until senior 3. So class chair nagamba no sagala bino ebintu bigendemu bijja kusumbwa manya wandika eyayombe mu kibiina manya tulinako komiti yago ndi kati nga tayagala mbigendemu nangamba okay just bive mubireke
waliwo ababisobola
naye nga still era nali nga sibigendamu naye nga of course this potential nagamba rush togenda ne banforcinga there's a time bebangamba nga besimbye abana ne bagenda through the vetting process ne batayitamu mu wa head girl kati so abana ne bajanga bana the former head girl nangamba singa wesimba uchangu because so but rush to byagala ne ngamba no sagala kudidinga too much moving out of school okola chi so I'm someone who likes my space nze njagala nyo to be laid back and do my things ngamba kati ngenda kubera atenga and forced okola kino ne kiri ngamba no fine but when I was at university I was a guild speaker and member of parliament. I mean, of course, for the guild council at my school for my faculty. Yeah. So
that's when you transition knowing your politics.
Yeah.
Olo campus wedde. Tuvuddeyo myaka gisi. I don't know how many years.
Oh, many years by the way.
Osala oga okay katigeze mu national politics.
Yes.
Otandikidde wano ku kifo kyo member of parliament okotesinga oba back then?
No. This is my start.
Oh, this is your start. Go tandikidde waggulu.
Yeah, I'm always aimed for very great things. I've never done something small in my life.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Tolotanga konti wesimbyewo ku council yagala kino na kino.
No, my potential is much more than that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wasalawo olumbe wanene.
Yes.
Olumbe ku kifo kya member of parliament.
Because byendaba byensobola. Yeah.
Zile nevaawa, inspiration enevaawa, ba passion eno okuvuga okutwala ku kifo kinevaawa.
Inspiration okusingira ddala eva ku responsibility. I believe anti ng'abantu abakuze bova mu ssomero n'obubongize nga tukuze tulaba it's a responsibility of someone.
Okay.
So njagala nnyo okweteekako obuvunaanyizibwa. Nti buvunaanyizibwa bwaffe okubeera abakulembeze oba okukulembera abantu. Era kyekisooka. Ne passion and love for my country. I love my country. My country is home. There is nowhere I will go, no matter how I claim. I will not be. I can be there, I can have other citizenship, but no matter what, home will be home. Okay. So I'm driven by passion for the love for my country, and I would want better for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kampala munene, ainamu divisions 5. Tuna Nakawa, Makindye.
Yeah.
And then you decide ngenda mu Kampala Central.
Actually Kampala it's Kampala Central. So Kampala Central in 20 parishes. Ezilimu Kololo, Nakasero, downtown, these areas endala as well as Kagogobe, Bukesa. So yeah, so awo makatao. So ensonga lwaki nsala mu Kampala Central. It's so big. Nayenga Kampala yegwanyiza Ggwanga lyaffe.
Okay.
Kampala Central. Naye nga wolabira ddala nti ye economical hub kyenyinza okugamba.
Central Business District.
Yes.
Ye ntabiro yeg'efuna Ggwanga.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so nti esente endala ezigenda mu bitundu ebirala zisookera waneeno. Bwe mulimu institutions ezisinga Parliament, State House,
President agina Kekaseera,
banking institutions zone ezisinga y'ez'amaanyi ziri waneeno, businesses, everything starts from here. So naye ngeno genda okulabira ddala representation eriwo kusinziira its contribution temala.
Honorable Muhammad Nsereko
Temala,
okay.
To me, there is much, he has done what he has done. Now there is so much more that we need. When you achieve, you don't stop. You keep on adding because it's growth.
Yeah.
Growth is stopping. And the growth of the nation, again, paka. Tekuliko ebatuuka olaba ne kati China ezikuze zigamba era tushayigadira ddala economy yaffe trillion zimeka nayo twagala kati ziberewo eziti ne US yokegamba no, we are still growing we are trying this and this to make sure the economy growing. So tekuliko growth ekoma. So he has done great, but I believe there is so much as well that is untapped.
Okay, so otambudde mu kibuga Kampala. To zeroing it down to Kampala Central. Bintu chibe watuni anoga nti okay, I think bine bintu byetaaga okukolebwako they've not been addressed ngabo birina okubeera nga bi addressingibwa.
First and foremost ngabo nkugambye okusinziira Kampala being the heart of the nation.
Yes.
There is a face everyone has to see, at least for Kampala Central, which we don't see. Why? Because bw'olabira ddala parts za Kampala nga bwe nkugambye eyina sente zisinga we ziva.
Okay.
Wogenda okulabira nti parts ezisinga 70 or more than 70% ziri slum areas.
Olwo togedde ku Kamwokya,
togedde Kamwokya, togedde mu industry area, togedde ku Bukesa, togedde Kagugube,
wonna ghetto.
Yes.
Okay.
Ate nga ghetto embi ddala naye nga eyo ate ye Kampala Central. Nogenda okulabira ddala parts eziri Kampala Central nga areas like Kekaseera, Kororo, zino ze parishes ezaaliwo in 1960s. Actually, bw'olabira ddala Kororo came into place like in 1940s, even before independence, because bano ba colonialists be baali babeera ne chiefs and kings, of course, abantu abalina ebitiibwa by then were in leadership. Ab'e Buganda baali mu buyinza, of course, much as they were used by the colonialists, abaali mu buyinza. Naye bwe baabeeranga mu areas zineeno. So n'olabira ddala nti ye area yokka from that period, 1940s or 1960s, okay, let's say 1960s, from independence up to now, we don't have any other parish mu Kampala Central makati ekuze. At least ng'esobola okubeera ng'etuuse kumpi ne zino two, Kekaseera and Kororo. We are having neighborhoods endala ziri mu kuvaayo kati zino zimunyonyo muyenga zakajja right now, zakajja now. Kati olaba abantu, they are even much more pushing, going much more outside, abandoning the city. So olabira ddala nti the city is neglected.
Okay.
Representation ya Kampala kusinziira its contribution in terms of businesses, in terms of taxes, because businesses singa ziri wano mu kibuga. Abantu abebwera basooka tebasosola na misolo, but KCC weregenda, I mean ne URA, at least eyitamu basuubuzaawo, you must pay. Those people are paying taxes. They're paying a lot of money. And those people cannot stay very far. Abasinga bagala kubeera omwe kumpi, because you know our transport system is so bad. So, no olabira ddala nti, yes, these people are putting in a lot. People are correcting from them a lot. But at the end of it all, what are they actually getting from it? The image of Kampala. If you bring someone, because if anyone comes into the country, agamba Kampala, otukira Kampala.
Because it's a capital city.
It's a capital. Buli omu ajja, even if you're coming from Nairobi, ne wano kumpi, African countries, of course, nabava mu other nations, Europe and whatever, Asia, when they come, basokera wa Kampala as a base. Then they spread out later on. So, but the representation of the city itself.
Downtown.
Exactly.
Yes.
And now what is happening is people in downtown, I sometimes feel sorry for them because I like going downtown to shop and do stuff. Sometimes I reach there and I feel so bad. I'm like, okay, if it were me having a business here, how would I feel? Why? The congestion is too much. That the only person, I think the competition actually bagamanti or in other cities, the higher you go on the building, the more expensive it gets. Why? People are selling the views. Kati osobola okulabira eri n'olabira
ekibuga Kampala oba okiraba.
Exactly. Naye kati waneeno, the lower you go, the more expensive.
Njali ku ground floor asasula sente nyingi n'okusinga ali waggulu.
Yes. Kubanga kati baganda ali waggulu tekuli agenda kumulaba. Because akavuyo kangi tomanyi n'ebiriyo kati buli omu alwanira okukola ki? Okubeera wansi wakira abayi
amadala because temuli lifts.
Temuli lifts. Nekirala tolabye akavuyo kangi. You know, sometimes when you start saying, oh Kamba, you know there is a business here, but because of the kavuyo and then you're under tension, probably they will grab my bag and they will like everyone seems like to be rushing to get to where they are going. So then you know, you're like, are these people actually making business? And at the same time, and like when you see like how everyone is literally crowding on the road, you have someone who is paying 2 million, 3 million for a shop, for example. Okay. And you're having someone, and please quote me right, it's not that I'm against anyone, but business or not at all. But then in the indoors, kati then you having ate nga bayitirivu buli omu ajjudde ku mulyango okitegeera kati osanga nga tubagamba ne bali abatusasula rent maybe bakola ne sente esinga okukola ki okutusinga ate nga tusasula rent tusasula n'emisolo tusasula bine sente z'okucollectinga kasasiro and what we have so many expenses
abatembeyi bano abamu bagamba ebintu bye batunda ate biva mu maduuka ab'omu maduuka be babibawa naye ate era abamaduuka bennyini be ba complaining
exactly naye nga kakati olaba ow'amaduuka abeera nga talina alternative ng'agenda tuula mu dduuka lye rent bamubanja omusolo bagwagala ebintu bitute bigenze ku URA nemmala y'emyezi egyo 3 jojoka oba n'okusinga nga tebinabeera cleared kati n'agamba kati ntuule wano n'ebintu ndidde akabanja kenkozesa I'm having a loan agamba you know what maybe bwe nfunayo abaana babiri ne baddusa ebintu maybe ngamba munange bw'otwala charger ya 15 bw'ogitunda kakaaga zeekomezayo 15 zange but it's not supposed to be like that kati kikwagira ddala nti abantu tebakyayina ne alternative.
Okay. So omanyi tutandikidde nati mu nsonga za byabusuubuzi bwetwogera ku kibuga Kampala we tutandikidde go to the political side of it but ensonga z'abasuubuzi nnene era ekibuga Kampala especially Kampala Central ebyobusuubuzi nga tugambye mu bitambulira era yentabiro y'ebyobusuubuzi mu ggwanga but according to you ebintu abasuubuzi bebemulugunyaako especially emisolo wano badde bemulugunya badde bekalakaasa lwa musolo gwa kilo wabateereddwako. Do you think they have valid reasons okuba nti bekalakaasa? Because bw'otunuulira eggwanga lyaffe Uganda economically tukyakula era ensimbi ekitongole QRS kisolooza okuva mu misolo oba oliawo tezinnatuuka ku sustaininga budget yaffe yonna okutwaliza awamu ate tulaba abasuubuzi bemulugunya ku musolo ogwa kilo naye nga ne gavumenti etunuulidde kuba nti ebaako ssente zeekuŋŋaanya. Do you think they have valid reasons okwekalakaasa?
Yes, they do. But most importantly, nga tetunagenda ne ku misolo. You know, we have to acknowledge one thing. Tekuli eggwanga erikula nga tekuli misolo. That's one thing for sure.
Yes.
That even some countries which have tax rates nga ziri even much higher. But they're not complaining. You know why? They're getting something in return. There is accountability. So togenda kusigala ng'ogereka emisolo each and every time. Nenga this person in return talina kyafuna. Talina nalaba ne sente zemucollectinga zigenda wa? Infrastructure mbi, services mbi, ne institutions nga URA. I've been in town, have so many friends nga bayina amaduuka. I was at a friend's shop. Ngagamba, you know what? Nine gonde ebibadde bijja my the luggage that was coming. Nagamba, yatuuka wano eno emaze emyezi 6 nga teli cleared. Emyezi 6. Emyezi 6 ng'emaali etudde wali eri.
Bamuwa ensonga lwaki tebiri cleared?
And of course, process basigala bakugamba beera wano tuli mu clearinga kino tuli mukola kineeno. But it spent 6 months. Bwe byamala okufuluma bwe biti ne bituuka wabweru. Yali ku motoka zina ali ku dduuka. Oli eyali abireeta n'amukubira essimu n'agamba kaakati ate mukuba wano banyimiriza banjagalako sente n'agamba lindako. We've cleared, we've paid everything. So what do they want? Agamba era kati era baagala sente. N'abagamba mbalaze rusiti ne buli kimu kyonna ne still baagala ki? Baagala sente.
Ezo zonga baagala zaaki? Ng'ayina buzibu ki?
Anti bayina bye beekwasa. Anyway, saagenda in too much details. Naye ng'olabira ddala nga anyiize nenga amasigenda namubuuza n'agamba ofulumya n'ebintu osasudde okoze clearance ebintu bimaze a long time ate n'ofuluma n'ebweru n'olea ddala akwagalako ki? Akwagalako sente. So ensonga ne bwe tutagenda ya tax, I know people are hurt. Naye nga ekintu ekisingayo okubanyiiza gye emisolo gye tubaweereza gyo gikola ki? Ye most important question. Kale mutunyigiza mwagala emisolo gikola ki? Infrastructure mbi, obucaafu bungi mu kibuga, drainages tezikolebwa, there is no any proper system eri okumanaginga trash mu kibuga. Eyavaako incident yabeerako ekitezi, because that trash asinga pa mu Kampala.
So
asinga va mu Kampala because aba consuming a lot. Nenga, nothing was done. We've moved past, by the way, we've moved on and people passed, people lost their lives. So many of them, but we've moved past it.
Lives and property.
Was there any compensation? No one knows. So we've ignored the most critical things. People are not benefiting. So you see now, people are losing their things. Then what?
Someone was saying, nti ebyo nebyo mwala. Omugagga hamsi yaleeta enkuba. Era ne babuuza enkuba bwe badde ng'etonnya badde nga tetawaanya basuubuzi obanga amazzi gagenda mu maduuka gaabwe and all that. Aga nti kino kyakwekwasa bwekwasa.
Yes. By the way, I was because I don't know how they structured their things because I'm not in the room where they discuss whatever they do. But my main concern is, before even we look at harm, we need to look at Chibuga. Flooding. Bafunye nga bwe catalyst, umanyi catalyst, something that speeds a reaction. Kati funye speeding a reaction in time atali mu kuzimba. Kati kino kyangu ya nnyo, kati ne kiberanga kyekubye mu maaso g'abantu. But we've had so many areas. Which one? Baise.
Flooding.
So many areas. Flood. Ne mutawo nobody wa flooding. Naye kati this time around
katono ng'ekibuga tokyasobola.
Nga tokyasobola kutambula. Twalabako ne wano kugonda ekololo. A forest mall. You remember that time when we are flooding wonna. So flooding has been happening in the city.
Okay.
So there is no proper plan or proper planning for the city. These drainage channels and never planning. So me actually the problem that I have is you're telling people URA is collecting taxes from us, so much money, and then at the end of it all you're telling them, please, we cannot actually afford okuzimba omwala tulina okufuna investor gyakoleki so bobanga tosobola
omuntu bwaba yeewaddeyo ng'alina enkulaakulana gy'ayagala okuteeka mu kitundu
ndowooza sikwewaayo sirowooza nti yavaayo n'agamba kankole kino sikwewaayo waliwo ebintu gavumenti by'erina okwetegereza nti bintu byayongayo
buvunaanyizibwa bwa gavumenti
buvunaanyizibwa bwayo kati kitegeeza nti oli mu kungamba nti kati buli omu alina okuva yagambe kale nze mumpe omwala guli eri mumpe omwala guli eno mumpe omwala guli eri because you see what happens in the wrong run. I've had, for example, comments from people nga bali bagamba baali bagulawo kozi wanene amu balina ebyapa so bali bagamba kozi nage owningawo katate oli atandise katate ye ownership agijewa ko tosobola kutandika kuzimba in real estate tosobola kujja kutaka lya muno notandika okuzimba ntulako wayina sente ngenda kuzimba katoyina abantu abagamba tuyinako ebyapa tuyinako ownership bazimbe kati batuleseewa compensation eriwo batoyenge ekinze so ye challenge eriwo nti tekuliko proper plan nti government is showing them bokera kumacha nogamba nti we are collecting taxes and here but we have this tuzimbe guno omwala bagenda gamba at least tuchafuna amazaga tuyingirira at least neka tinashe kiriwo bagamba ne sente ezikola omwala teziriwo tuyina investor agenda kola ki ku investing omwala in return tujja kumuwa ekintu kineno okitegeera so botogera kumwala I know there is so much behind it, the technicalities, whatever that we might not understand, but at least tugenda kwogera ku bye tulabako because now there is information all out there. Information weri tugirabawo olabira ddala design y'omwala from the beginning nolabira ddala nekiri mukolebwa kiringa ekyayawulamu kiringa ekiri different naye nga tugenderawo naye nogenda okulaba ebbaluwa nga bagamba okay kata azimbye naye kata ati sente zagenda zifuna atya kati we tugira nogamba kakata taddemu sente ze naye kakata okugyamu esente ze ateekeko amaduuka afunemu kati kifuuka development oba kifuuka ebyanfuna
No, chiri wakati. But anyway, let's go in for a very short commercial break. When we return, twagala of course tusigalenga twogera ku nsonga z'ekibuga Kampala. Is it politics at play? Oba waliwo ebintu ebikusike bitutanaba kubanga tupengako attention. Omulamwa gwaffe ogw'olunaku olwaleero tuli mu kwebuuza mu kalulu kano ke tulimu. is it excitement oba abantu saawa zino bali mu kuwuliriza message eva eri abakulembeze wenjogerera abakulembeze okuva ku gavumenti abeesimbyewo okuva ku bifo by'obukulembeze ku gavumenti ez'ebitundu n'obubaka bwa palamenti batandise kakuyege waabwe okuba nti baswaggula obuwagizi okuva mu balonzi mu bitundu by'eggwanga ebyenjawulo. Twagala okuwulira okuva gy'ali ye kampeyini ye yagitandikidde luddawa ye abafe manifesto ye yagipakeginzeemu kibintu kyebyo ebiri mu manifesto ye bitetaga okubanga tuwulira. Ndino omugenyi wange Natuhwera Phionah yesimbyewo okuvuganya ku ntebe ey'omubaka wa Parliament owa Kampala Central. Ali Arona tugambye nti waliwo ebikoleddwako mu Kampala Central. However, techimala. There is a lot that needs to be done. It's still the Mighty Drive. Drop in your comments. Ngenda kubanga nzisoma masaawa yaffe ey'okubiri. Good morning.